Yesterday was a solemn one. I saw the videos. I followed the program. I saw the pictures. I saw who was there. It was very sad. I can't find any other word. Painful. I mean, you can put all you want there. To see the mother of Dr. Kwame Dwomoh, his wife, and I think I saw one of his children as well. It was tough. Very tough. I am told that Dr. Kwame Dwomoh was the only son of the mom. I am sure, I don't know about other tribes, but in my tribe, since I was a child, I have been hearing this. I don't know why it is like that, but I hear that all the time. I hear people say it is only proper that your children bury you and not the other way around. I don't know whether it's supposed to be proverbial or one of those sayings. I don't know. So to lose your only child like that and to live with that for the rest of your life, I am sure she will take solace from seeing her grandchildren every now and then. Because grandmas and their grandchildren there, I mean, we all know they don't play with us. But the pain would live with her for a very long time until she probably also passes, or when Jesus comes. Same with the wife. Same with all the other family members of the other 7, and we know them. But that point raised by the wife of Mr. Abuaje is very poignant. We shouldn't be celebrating this with speeches. We should be celebrating this with action. Let's get to work. Yesterday, I engaged some senior officials of our COMSTEP. And why all of these initiatives? It's 1 year now. Why all of these initiatives have not found their level? They had a lot to say. I'll be bringing you those exclusive interviews on Monday. Why all of that have not been experienced. And they had a lot to say. But the evidence also does not lie. Mr. Amakufibua is doing his best. I'm sure that's what the officials would say. NIMOS are doing their best. Everyone in that space, I'm sure everyone is saying they are doing their best. But like I said earlier, effort is not enough. It is about results. So it is very frustrating when you still see, it is not like, you see, when the galamsey has stopped and you are trying to reclaim some land and you reclaim, let's say, about 50%, and you are working to reclaim the other 50%, then you know you are making some progress. But when I still go around, when I hear that we are working very hard to deal with the galamsey menace, and I'm still seeing all of these excavators around, then I'm asking myself a very simple question. An excavator is not like a mobile phone. It will go through the streets. Yesterday, Mullah Umar called and said something. He lives at Tema, and I'm sure he works around the port area. And he still sees all of these excavators leaving the ports. And we see the excavators on the main roads. And they are going to all of these areas. And they are not going to be used for the construction of a road. So what are they going to use them for? And then we see the pictures of these excavators in these areas that we say we are fighting hard to stop galamsey. What are we doing? Are we not just laughing? Are we not just tickling ourselves and laughing? The area you say you are working very hard to deal with the menace, every now and then you are seeing an excavator there. So how are we fighting this? The other day when Hajia called and people were lambasting her, I remember that day very well. A woman called and said, I went to the school at Ona, and it was at the Pedra area also, and it was happening live. So who is doing it there? Just behind the girls' dormitory. So it is an open place. Everybody sees it. It didn't start 2 years ago. It is happening. There's a headmaster. There's an assemblyman. There's an MC. There's an MP. There's a regional minister. They don't know. The picture Erasto shared only yesterday that I mentioned, behind the Apostolic Church at Apedra, it is happening live and colored. Nobody is seeing it. So when you see things like this, then you ask questions. Are we really fighting this? Are we really fighting this? I mentioned earlier on, that's for Western North, they are on their own. It's like they are not in Ghana, they are doing what they like. From the pictures and videos I see from that area almost every day. People send me the videos and I'm tired. I've even stopped sharing them. It's like they are living in their own world. So when you say you are fighting, you want to see the evidence of that. You want to see a certain level of progress being made. So for example, we hear that the excavators are going to be tracked and all of that. And we are still seeing the excavators. So who is tracking it? So if people are collecting bribes and all of that. So for example, if I go to Apedra and I see the excavator there, I'm going to ask a very simple question. How long has the excavator been there? If you tell me it's been there for 2 months, I'll ask the assemblyman, 2 months ago the excavator was not here. How did they get there? Are you aware it's here? I'll call the MC. As for the assemblyman, he was voted for, so you can't fire him. The MC or the DC, 2 months ago it was not here. You are supposed to be the boss of that particular locality. How is it here? I'm sure by the time he speaks in about a minute or two, I would have fired him already, because I can fire him if I'm President Mahama. And then maybe that will send a signal. But I'm not aware of anybody being fired. So the lady, Mrs. Abuaji, I think that's her name, she will be speaking with a lot of pain. If it wasn't for this, I'm sure her family members will say, Okohokra koyeding. And Uncle for that's two galamsey. Yesterday I saw something that was shared by Stan Dugbe, Deputy Chief of Staff. I think a conversation they had, he together with Madam Joyce Power and Omani Boama had on that in the morning, and apparently Madam Bauer asked him or Dr. Omani Boama, do you have to go? Do you really have to go? Others are there. The regional minister is there. The minister is there. The other government officials there. Do you really have to go? And then he ended. I'm sure he was lost for words. He didn't even know what to write on Facebook again, so he stopped. Because I'm told they were very good friends, the three of them. Of course, we know what happened. Probably after the conversation, because then he goes on to add that he had then gone for a program at Kempinski only to hear the message. You don't want to say, like in my language, Omwa Bregu. You don't want to say that. But I'm sure some of their family members will be saying that, Omwa Bregu, because galamsey ni koso. I just hope that whatever programs that the Ministry of Lands, NIMOS, all of these other organizations in that space, whatever programs they have,